Alrighty, yo, what is going on? It's your boy, Mr. DDG94, back with another reaction video. Today we finna react to top 20 SpongeBob moments ever. It's about Watch Mojo. Without further ado, let's get right into it.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most famous and memorable moments from the SpongeBob SquarePants series and movies.
Listen, I am telling you! You better listen to me, SpongeBob!
You like Krabby Patties, don't you, Squidward?
Number 20. Are you
Are
feeling
you
it now,
feeling it
Mr.
now,
Krabs?
Mr. Krabs?
Midlife crustacean.
You guys
Are you
ain't
feeling
cool.
it now,
You're
Mr.
lame.
Krabs?
Lame.
There comes a time in a crab's life when he starts to feel old. That's what happens to Mr. Krabs in the
You're
Midlife
old.
Crustacean episode. But when youngsters SpongeBob and Patrick enthusiastically discuss an imminent night on the town, Krabs wants in.
But sure, I'll go.
I don't know, SpongeBob. He might crap
Good
our
for
style.
style.
They're not going clubbing or anything like that though. After their first stop at a laundromat, yes, laundromat, SpongeBob ensures his boss it'll only get better on their night of debauchery. What ironically follows includes picking up trash, getting their teeth examined at the dentist, a reading session at the library, and more. Time and time again,
feeling it now,
SpongeBob
Mr.
hilariously
Krabs?
asks,
Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs?
I'm feeling a warm spot.
Sorry.
and you've gotta love him for checking if Krabs is enjoying these
You ain't know
far
if
from
I can
invigorating
feel it.
activities.
Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? Are you feeling it?
I'm feeling it, SpongeBob.
Patrick, that's not a ride.
Number 19,
Get off
and
me.
read it, Tea at the Tree Dome.
When in doubt, pinky out.
Hiya, Sandy. It's me, SpongeBob.
Regardless of whether or not it was included as an excuse to show us some seriously creepy imagery of a dehydrated SpongeBob, we won't be forgetting the scene anytime soon.
You
I don't get it. I'm okay.
While having tea with sandy cheeks, SpongeBob fails to grasp the fact that sea sponges don't do so well without water. He becomes increasingly withered, but stubbornly refuses to admit the simple and obvious fact that for him, access to H2O isn't optional. It's a necessity. Thankfully, he finally breaks, shouting out these immortal words.
I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it.
I need it.
Number 18. Have you finished those errands? Squid's day off.
Have you finished those errands? Have you finished those errands?
I had a girlfriend named Erin. I had a girlfriend named Erin. Hated me for this shit. She hated me for this shit, bro. Because every time I see her, like, you finished those errands? Are you finished those errands? Are you finished those errands? Are you finished with those errands? Errands. Oh man, I had it, bro. Having a girlfriend named Erin, bro. This is and you watch SpongeBob. Worse, the worst. I was a dick. I was young though. I was like what? 14, 13. I believe I was around that age, 13, 14. Had a girlfriend named Erin. Are you finished those errands?
Errands? Have you finished those errands?
Ah, poor Squidward. All he wants is a day off. While Mr. Krabs is at the hospital, Squidward sees an opportunity and leaves SpongeBob in charge while he quote-unquote runs errands. Unfortunately, he finds himself plagued by paranoid thoughts of what SpongeBob might do in his absence. Falling ever deeper into madness, he dreams up increasingly ludicrous scenarios, making it impossible for him to relax.
Could you give me change for a quarter?
No problem. Here you go.
I forgot to tell him how to make change.
Of course, every time he rushes back to check on things, he finds SpongeBob standing behind the counter with nothing at all amiss, ready to greet him with the question.
Have you finished those errands?
It's a hilarious but insightful exploration of the dynamic between these diametrically opposed co-workers.
I don't like
Like
your
your
tone.
tone.
Number 17. Assertiveness training, walking small.
Hey yo, hey you.
Oh, Plankton, will any of your plans ever
Hey,
work out?
yo.
In an effort to use
a freaky
SpongeBob as
ass
a pawn in his own nefarious schemes, Plankton tries to teach him to be more assertive, going so far as to set up a confrontation with the guy who took SpongeBob's ice cream. Of course, being the lovable goofball that he is, SpongeBob totally misses the point and turns what was supposed to be a violent warning into something wholesome and generous.
That's my ice cream cone.
Great!
No,
Now let him have it!
You can have it.
Say
Say
thanks.
No!
Though SpongeBob eventually dabbles in aggression, it never suits him, and he's quick to make amends. It just goes to show that you can't force people to act against their nature.
I just can't take so much kindness in one sitting.
Number 16, the Fry Cook Games finale, the Fry Cook Games.
I'm a realistic fish head, and it's a beautiful day here at Bikini Bottom's Fast Food Coliseum.
Normally the best of friends, SpongeBob and Patrick meet as foes in this episode. Representing the Krusty Krab and the Chum Bucket respectively, the two go head-to-head in the final round of the Fry Cook Games.
Win this one because I told you to.
It's a showdown of epic proportions, with some rather bizarre wrestling moves. Trading increasingly odd blows, it looks like an even matchup, until it's revealed that they're wearing pink and yellow underwear, which instantly resolves the conflict.
Yellow.
You's a freaky ass nigga!
You do care.
Well, you don't see that on WWE. Deeply funny, weird in that special SpongeBob way, and undeniably heartwarming, this bout is a true Squarepants classic.
Let's go home.
You's a freaky ass nigga!
Number 15,
You's a
Sandy's
freaky
own
ass
slice
nigga!
of Texas, Texas.
What's so great
About double Texas.
What did you say?
After Sandy Cheeks expresses how much she
The Texas is dumb. Don't you dare say Texas name in vain. Can we say that plants from Texas are dumb? No, you can't say that either. Well, can we say that clothes from Texas are dumb? No. So we can't say anything bad about, Texas. How are you? St. Patrick, what am I? Stupid? No, I'm Texas. What's the difference? Goated.
misses her Texas home through an iconic ballad, SpongeBob, Patrick, and others are brought to tears.
Do you think she knows the Muffin Man song?
Sandy's
Really,
homesickness is so real that she almost leaves Bikini Bottom, but our Sponge and Starfish aren't having any of it. Patrick infuriates her when he starts talking trash about Texas, and SpongeBob joins in.
I'm Texas dude.
Say y'all, you know, give it all.
So an enraged Sandy chases after them for bad-mouthing her home state. But when they reach the Krusty Krab, she realises the guys threw what was supposed to be a Texas-themed party to convince her to stay. This tearjerker of an episode culminates in Sandy ultimately remaining in her new home, and stressing the importance of being surrounded by those who care about you.
Home is where you're surrounded by other critters that care about you.
Number 14, Future Future, SB129.
I'll be out of here in no time.
2,000 years later.
Who knows what the future may hold? Well, Squidward gets
I never knew this, but apparently in the newer episodes, they made one with Plankton. They redid this entire episode, but just with Plankton instead of Squidward. Yeah.
a glimpse. After he gets stuck in a freezer for 2 millennia, a descendant of SpongeBob finds and defrosts him.
SpongeBob? No! I am SpongeBob.
Evidently shook, Squidward notices that essentially everything in this future time period is made of chrome. Things get even weirder when clones of SpongeBob descendants appear. Squidward then lies on the ground in bewilderment and creepily says,
Future! Future!
It's incredibly relatable stuff, and we can't help but feel for him. Well, just not enough to stop laughing. And that's not all. With a time machine at his disposal, he then goes back in time. It's also wonderfully bizarre that Squidward eventually longs to return home, and is even, briefly, happy to see his neighbours.
You don't know how happy I am to see you guys.
Does this mean you want to go
Jellyfishing?
No!
Number 13. The Ugly Barnacle, Something Smells.
I hope my horrible ugliness won't be a distraction to you.
Not at all, boy!
Patrick Star isn't going to win any prizes for his storytelling abilities. That's never more apparent than in Something Smells, after SpongeBob's foul breath repels his fellow Bikini Bottom citizens, and his best friend suggests he might be ugly, his self-esteem takes a major hit.
Better try the reflection test.
Ugly.
While down in the dirt in his home library, Patrick comes over and attempts to cheer the sponge up. He tells an extremely succinct and dark story about an ugly barnacle. What helps make this moment comical is the expression on the starfish's face, his tone of voice, and the way he says "the end" after so few words.
Once
There was an ugly barnacle. He was so ugly that everyone died.
The end.
Clearly the story doesn't cheer up his buddy, as SpongeBob starts crying immediately afterwards.
How long?
Nah, you gotta go over the gay innuendo that was in this, the gay joke that was in this episode. I'm ugly and I'm proud. I'm ugly and I'm proud. And then Squidward was over at his house and said, "Is that what he calls it?" Hey, yo. Squidward was a savage. I ain't gonna hold you. Squidward was a savage for that one.
You's a freaky ass nigga.
Squidward was a savage for that one. I ain't gonna hold you. Is that what he calls it?
How long have I been ugly, Patrick?
As long as I can remember.
Number 12, Not My Wallet, Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy 3.
No need to be alarmed, SpongeBob. Your teachings have transformed me.
In fairness to Man Ray, Patrick Star could drive anyone to the brink. In a bid to convince the duo that he'd turn over a new leaf, the supervillain engages Patrick and SpongeBob to teach him to be good.
You mean, if I was good, then you let me go?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Then,
In that case, I am good.
Really?
Yes, really.
Really?
But
Really?
the impenetrable brick wall that is Patrick's
Really?
obliviousness proves too
Yes,
much
yes,
for him
already,
in
I'm
his
good,
very
I'm
first
good.
lesson, returning a wallet. Patrick genuinely forgets that the wallet is his, and refuses to take it back.
This is your ID.
Yep.
I found this ID in this wallet. And if that's the case, this must be your wallet. That makes sense to me. Then take it. It's not my wallet.
It's an absurdly funny exchange, but an understandably infuriating one for Man Ray, who's pushed to the edge. Patrick Star may be impossibly dim-witted, but we wouldn't have him any other way.
Yeah, you
Look
butterfinger
at big thing. What's in that box anyhow? My wallets.
Number 11, the essay Procrastination.
I'd be mad too if I did all that shit.
Though he may live in a pineapple
I
under
spent
the
all that
sea,
time and then we
SpongeBob
just
faces
gon-
many
you
of the
just
same
gonna
challenges
cancel
we
him.
do, like
Fuck
homework
you.
we just don't want to deal with.
I am about to write the greatest essay of all time.
Procrastination sets in, and we do our best to put it off as long as possible. Well, SpongeBob takes it to a whole other level in this wacky episode, when his inability to write a short piece of what not to do at a stoplight leads him on a whole series of misadventures. Of course, arguably the best moment comes when he finally puts pen to paper, only to produce a beautifully written "the."
Done. Now let's see how it looks so far.
Number 10,
Break
the
time!
Campfire Song, the camping episode.
This is the weekend SpongeBob and Patrick go camping.
Make way for one of the most memorable songs in the history of SpongeBob
Gather
SquarePants.
round the
Squidward
campfire,
reluctantly joins his
sing
neighbor
our
on their camping
campfire
trip,
song.
which happens to be
Our
right outside their homes. After enjoying some marshmallows, SpongeBob takes out the ukulele and starts performing. Squidward's mundane expression juxtaposed with Patrick's joyful swaying is just too good. The Campfire Song itself starts off relatively slow, but soon picks up pace in hysterical fashion.
Bum, bum.
C-A-P-F-R-E-S-O-N-G song. C-A-P-F-R-E-S-O-N-G song. And if you don't think that we can sing it faster than you're Robert, then I'm happy if you just sing along.
The ending is humorous as well.
C-A-P-F-R-E-S-O-N-G song. Patrick.
Patrick slams the drums, and SpongeBob screams.
Oh yeah!
He even claims that the tune was relaxing afterwards. We're not sure about that, but it's catchy.
And you just sing along.
Number 9, Dirty Dan and Pinhead
Oh,
Larry,
yeah.
Survival of the Idiots.
I'm so cold.
I'll say
I
I'm
can
Dirty
use my
Dan.
nose dripping pieces of
dirty
bare
dick.
chopsticks.
While Sandy is in hibernation, SpongeBob
dirty
and Patrick
dick.
ignore her directions to
dirty
not
dick.
enter her home. They pleasantly discover that her dome is
dirty
filled with
dick.
snow. Given the pair's playful nature and the fact that this is seemingly their first
Who you
time seeing
calling
snow,
Pinhead?
they of course have some fun with it. They soon engage in a roleplay game involving characters named Dirty Dan and Pinhead Larry. Perhaps the most unforgettable moment is when SpongeBob calls Patrick Pinhead, and the camera shifts to the starfish in the perfect shape.
Who's all dirty dick?
The two fighting over who gets to be Dirty Dan is pretty memorable too,
dirty dick.
as is them waking up a
dirty
much
dick.
angrier than usual Sandy.
Dick.
Dirty Dan.
Dirty dick. Dirty dick.
Number 8. The Jellyfish Party, Jellyfish Jam.
Oh yeah.
With the speakers blasting and colourful lights flashing, SpongeBob and his new pet jellyfish get down with a legendary dance inside the former's home.
My favorite episode. My favorite episode until another episode, but this is still my top 3 of all SpongeBob episodes, just because of the meat of the meat. No, pause.
You's a freaky ass nigga. You's a freaky ass nigga.
You what?
Pause. The music. That's what I meant to say. The music.
What the fuck?
The music. The music to this episode just make this go to the low. Every time this music come on, I used to 6-7-year-old me just bro. I had to cherish every moment this episode came on, bro. Because nigga, I had to get it. I had to give my dance song to this song, bro. I had to, bro.
This scene is so lit that the whole pineapple vibrates along, and even Squidward's house starts to shake. As the techno wave music blares out of the speakers, SpongeBob breaks out his whole bag of dance moves in sync with the jellyfish, including the raise the roof and the wave. What makes this scene even more iconic is the fact that earlier, Squidward called the jellyfish a wild animal, questioning how SpongeBob could have fun with it. Sure, things end up going awry, but nobody can say this is boring. Number 7. Squidward saves Christmas. Christmas who?
Most definitely.
Hey Santa, where's my present?
When Sandy illuminates SpongeBob about Christmas, the latter becomes eager for Santa Claus to come to town. It's no surprise that Squidward is originally indifferent to the festivities. But to the audience's surprise, that ultimately changes. When Saint Nick is nowhere to be found, things turn sour. The citizens of Bikini Bottom thus question his existence, and Squidward makes a mockery of the sponge.
Merry Christmas.
But then, said sponge gives him an extremely thoughtful, handcrafted present, and the guilty octopus unwraps an opportunity to make up for his bad attitude.
Ho ho ho!
Ho, ho, ho!
He does so by dressing up as Santa and giving away virtually everything in his house. We wouldn't have thought Squidward would be the one to save Christmas, but we sure are glad he was.
What was I thinking?
Number 6. The fun song, Fun.
What is fun?
Fun.
Arguably the most catchy tune in the history of SpongeBob SquarePants comes when Plankton asks the titular character what fun means. SpongeBob cleverly answers in a way that is destined to stick in the viewer's head. Evidently, it takes Plankton a while to realise what fun truly is, at first singing a maniacally hostile verse.
If it's a fire that burns out the whole town, use fuck uranium! Bombs! It is for no survivors!
The antagonist is at first unimpressed, but when our fry cook forcefully helps him dance, he gets on board with the positive vibes and sings along.
If it's for friends who do stuff together, you is for you and me. Try it! It is for everywhere, anytime at all, out here in the deep blue sea.
Sure, Plankton doesn't truly change in the end, but the fun song is epic, positively enlightening and enlivening us no matter how cranky we feel. Number 5. Nosferatu, Graveyard Shift.
The phone will ring.
And we know one there!
During a graveyard shift at the Krusty Krab, Squidward's attempt to scare SpongeBob with the story of a
hash-slinging
hash-slinging slasher
slasher
backfires when both he and SpongeBob begin fearing for their lives.
That
The best swinging, the best swinging, the best swinging slasher!
The lights flicker, the phone rings, and eventually, someone resembling the murderer shows up, spatula in hand, to finish the job. Of course, this all turns out to be a series of misunderstandings, except for the flickering lights. That was actually the vampire Count Orlok from the 1922 horror movie Nosferatu.
Nosferatu!
And we're not sure what's wilder, the fact he's featured in a SpongeBob episode, or that a lot of people seemingly didn't know about this iconic character before this episode. Number 4, the Krusty Krab Pizza.
Krusty Krab Pizza.
The Krusty Krab is mainly
Krusty
known for
Krab
their
Pizza
delicious Krabby
is
Patties.
the pizza
But when a
for
customer
you
calls
and me.
orders a pizza, the crew makes it happen. We follow SpongeBob and Squidward on their delivery adventure, and right off the bat, something less than ideal happens, as they run out of gas. So, they complete their journey on foot. As they march on, SpongeBob chants an incredibly infectious tune that unsurprisingly irritates Squidward.
Ow, ow.
Krusty Krab Pizza is the pizza for you and me.
Along the way, SpongeBob demonstrates his dedication to delivering the Krusty Krab pizza no matter what. The cherry on top, though, is when Squidward lets the irate customer have it after SpongeBob gets chewed out.
Another one? Look, I told you, little friend, I ain't paying for that.
Well, this one's on the...
It's unforgettable stuff. Now let's sing it. All together now.
Krusty Krab, yeah. Pizza
Number
is
3,
the
chocolate.
pizza, yeah.
Chocolate with nuts.
If you could have anything in the world right now, what would it be?
More time for thinking.
SpongeBob and Patrick try their hands at being entrepreneurs for a day and attempt to earn money by selling chocolate bars door to door.
What? They're selling
chocolate!
They're selling chocolate!
Yeah!
But starting your own business can be
Holiday!
tricky, and their lack of sales experience yields less than stellar results with their prospective clients. There is, however, a clear standout character, and that would be the customer who goes absolutely ballistic at the mention of chocolate. So much so they start
Chocolate?
screeching their head off
Chocolate?
and chasing
Did you
SpongeBob
say
and Patrick
chocolate?
everywhere they go.
Chocolate! Chocolate!
As it happens, he just wanted to buy some. Go figure.
I've been trying
Gonna
to
catch you boys all day!
I'd like
That's
to
about all your chocolate.
Number 2. No, this is Patrick, Big Pink Loser.
The lid.
The lid.
In this scene, which is
there.
arguably Patrick
Now
Star's
head
defining
for the
moment for the
lid.
entire series, we're given a simple yet oh so ingenious piece of comedy. The lovely
Like that?
starfish utterly
No.
fails to comprehend how taking orders over the
Fish
phone
face.
works. As customers call up asking about the Krusty
Yeah, this is
Krab,
the Krusty
Patrick
Krab.
rebukes them each and every time.
Is
This the Krusty Krab? No, this is Patrick.
Becoming more and more agitated as the calls keep coming in, his patience finally runs out and he screams the now legendary quote in question,
Is this the
Krusty Krab? No, this is Patrick.
"This is Sparta, eat your heart out."
Why can't I do anything right?
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honourable mentions. We're all Squidward, opposite day. SpongeBob's flawless impression is truly something.
The
floor breaks, the fruit flakes, there's a terrible there.
Patrick and SpongeBob cursing, Sailor Mouth.
Oh yeah, this is
Hysterically
gold.
used profanity at the Krusty Krab.
Squidward, how the fuck are you? This fucking day, isn't it, Squidward?
The snowball fight, snowball effect. Patrick takes in a bunch of snowballs
Ah, you missed
only
me!
he can. Wumbo, Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy 4.
That's set to
Patrick's
M for
hilariously
Minnie when it should be
nondescriptive
set to
definition
W
never
for
gets old.
Wumbo.
Patrick, I don't think Wumbo is a real word.
Oh, you know, I Wumbo, you Wumbo.
Family
he,
grasp it,
she, me,
jellyfishing.
Wumbo.
Patrick's excessive aggression and lack of awareness of Squidward's
Verbally
injury.
grasp it. Grasp it. Yeah, dude.
Number 1, Sweet Victory, Band Geeks. After being challenged by an old peer, Squidward struggles to turn the residents of Bikini
Is
Bottom into a
mayonnaise
marching
an instrument?
band. Too bad most of them can't play. Case in point, Patrick thinks that mayonnaise is an instrument.
Horseradish is not an instrument either.
However, not only do they manage to pull together for the final
Kicking?
performance,
Oh, I
they turn
wanna
the
do
whole
some
thing
kicking.
into a rock concert.
Why you so? It's the thrill of one more kill.
With Patrick on drums, Sandy on guitar, and SpongeBob leading with some impressive vocals, this ending will have you either sitting there stunned or nodding your head to the melody. Either way, it's unforgettable.
Sweet victory.
So, which SpongeBob moment left a lasting impression on you? Let us know in the comments.
Did you hear something, Patrick?
Nope. Oh man! Hey! Back! You hard-headed! YouTube, stop being hard-headed. YouTube, stop being hard-headed. YouTube, stop being hard-headed. YouTube, stop being hard-headed. All right. But anyway, so that's just gonna about do it for this one, most definitely, man. Just taking me back to the memories for the good old days of SpongeBob, the OG SpongeBob, season 1 through 3, son SpongeBob, before the first movie, SpongeBob. Good times. Good times. But anyway, so that's just gonna about do it for this one. I'll see you all in the next video. Till then, peace out.